thank you very much for coming on this beautiful Sydney spring day. Welcome to all of you, and I'd especially like to acknowledge, of course, our co-conveners of the Parliamentary Friends of Greyhound, Sonia Honnery, Dave Lazell and Mark Benasiak, and to all of you supportive and fantastic members of the New South Wales Parliament and your staff. Thank you very, very much for your involvement in the Parliamentary Friends of Greyhounds. Folks, for those of you who don't know Greyhound Racing New South Wales very well, we are a New South Wales statutory authority who are charged with the commercial operation of greyhound racing in New South Wales and the welfare and rehoming of greyhounds in New South Wales. The New South Wales greyhound racing industry contributes an unbelievable amount to the New South Wales economy. This year we will contribute more than $700 million to the New South Wales economy, with more than 2,034 direct full-time equivalent jobs, another 2,000 indirect jobs, with more than 12,000 people involved either out of love or volunteering or employed within greyhound racing in New South Wales. Interestingly enough, 52% of that economic contribution in New South Wales is in rural and regional areas, and many of you would know that of the 29 tracks of the 29 greyhound tracks in New South Wales, 27 of them are in regional areas. So we are very much a regional support, with an anchor just over the ridge down at Wentworth Park in Glebe, which is our last truly city track, and the closest then out from it are in further out suburbs in Sydney. As an organisation, our focus is defined by the Act, which is a sustainable commercial greyhound racing industry. We focus on track safety, animal welfare, safe racing and greyhound rehoming. This year we will rehome 2,800 greyhounds. Will matriculate, if you like, from racing into the most wonderful pets. We are at the same time expanding out our GAP program, and this is something that the Minister has been highly supportive of, into service dogs, particularly for retired and serving police officers who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. And that is something that has been absolutely rushed to with enthusiasm by the New South Wales Police Association and by the Australian Federal Police Association. And as a result of that, and some of Rob Vella's work in the United States, we also will be sending fantastic retired Australian greyhounds as PTSD service dogs to PTSD affected police officers in the United States.
Look, can I start by acknowledging that we gather this afternoon on Gadigal land and pay my respects to elders past, present and future, and acknowledge the great work that greyhound racing is doing in New South Wales to transform the industry to not just be about racing, but to be about animal welfare. And since I've come into the role, whether it's Rob at the national level or Rob at the state level, I have been absolutely impressed by their efforts to reduce injuries and death, but more importantly, find a great home for greyhounds once they retire from racing. Everyone I've met in the industry is committed to that massive principle of animal welfare. And I think that you'll still hear people, and as I said, the signs are up there, who don't understand that the industry is transforming itself because it understands the importance of animal welfare, because they love their dogs. They love their dogs. And whether it be the owners or the administrators, everyone you talk to, the first principle is about looking after the dogs and making sure that they have the best opportunity, not just while they're racing, but at the end of racing. And I really encourage people to know and understand the Greyhound as Pets program. It is a massive undertaking to rehome over 2,000 animals each year. And the industry is doing an incredible job, not just finding homes, but sourcing new areas that are interested in taking on the dogs. And I think, is it next week, Rob, they're going to the US? Yes. Yeah, to talk over there. That's an area that has huge interest in finding new homes for greyhounds once they're finished racing. And you can see here themselves, they make absolutely incredible pets.
Speaking of greyhounds, you, as Rob mentioned earlier, great ambassador for greyhounds as pets, but also for the racing industry. You've been a participant. You are a participant. You've raced greyhounds. You had one laying on your lounge for a while as well.
Yeah, it's very special. I think that's one part that really got me interested in the whole greyhounds. Is I owned one first, and it reminds me, one of the little black pups down the back there reminds me of my first greyhound, Gary. And yeah, we raced Gary. Gary's gift with his name, and then he was fostered off to a home down in Ballarat, and just that connection you first got with the dog. And after racing him and seeing they actually do get cared after, they want the dogs to win, and the dogs like training and like exercising, but once their career's done, they'll sit on your couch happily for 20 hours a day. So that's where my love for it started, and just after meeting people in the industry and seeing the industry itself, it's just encouraged me to become an ambassador. And I love the work that they do, but like I said, I'm very passionate in the racing side of things, but I'm also passionate in the life after racing, and it's good that we've got that connection now, and the pathways that have been put in place are really special, and mean a lot to me and the industry itself.